Hello Geerup. This is a response to your video announcing that you have had several of your videos falsely flagged for copyright abuse. I watched that video with keen interest. In it you asked people like Thunderf00t and DPRJones and the likes to help against the cowardly, faceless individuals who flagged your videos and got them taken down. You call these people who have filed copyright claims against you criminals. You state that they are after your personal details so they can harass you and they have you over a barrel. You either give them these details or you lose your videos and possibly even your channel. You quite correctly point out that these people are stifling your right to freedom of speech, and you reach out to people on YouTube to help your cause. You challenge Thunderf00t and DPRJones to come and fight your corner, to fight to the death to protect your right to freedom of speech. Yes, Gearup. It was very interesting, to say the least. Now, Gearup, you probably don't remember me. It's a long time since we've last spoken. In fact, you were VenomFangX back then, and I left comments on one of your videos about vaccinations and the New World Order. We had quite a little chat, if I remember. And then you blocked me. I didn't say anything offensive to you. I wasn't discourteous at all. I didn't make fun of you or call you names or swear. And I answered all of your questions in a dignified manner. I just disagreed with you. That's all. The next day I was blocked and my comments had been removed from that video. I couldn't even ask you why you had blocked me from the VenomFangX channel because you couldn't receive any of my personal messages. I was censored, my comments and opinions had been clipped away, and I was prevented from joining the discourse. Silenced, you could say. My freedom to speak was removed. I was not alone. I know that this happened to a lot of people. We disagreed with you, and we were silenced by you. That was the last time we talked, and a lot has happened since then. In fact, Shawn came back, and you were VenomFangX no longer. You are back to being good old Gearup again, and there you have remained until now, and it looks like you may be Gearup no more. But let's talk about Shawn, shall we? Specifically, let's talk about Shawn's little meltdown in January. You know, when he DMCA'd the hell out of DPRJones and the rest of YouTube. I mean, it's not as though it was the first time he'd done it. He did it to Thunderf00t about a year earlier. You know, the little incident where he was forced to read a statement to camera telling the world that abusing the DMCA process was wrong. In fact, he DMCA'd a lot of people that week, if I remember. I think the tally of DMCA notices he's served total over 200, and some users still have not got their videos back. Some users still have the strikes against their accounts, and other users went off the map completely. In fact, he even managed to get DPRJones' channel taken down for a day or so. By the time that all of this is played out, he'd labelled DPRJones a paedophile, urging people to report him to the authorities, and passed out the details he got from DPRJones' counter notice, his real name and address, contact numbers and email addresses, to anyone who emailed him and asked for them. I mean, he'd even set up a sock account with a video capture from DPR's charity drive on Blog TV to prove his point. The only problem with it was that the woman in question was in her 20s and not a minor at all. The strange thing was, Geerup, and this is what bothers me the most about all of this, is that you were strangely silent throughout all of this. You didn't say a word. The only person on Shawn's side who did was Jesus Freak, and strangely enough he got his channel DMCA'd and taken down. Only for a while it came back up. Curious that, isn't it? You see, Gearup, from where I am standing, you were in a unique position. You used to be VenomFangX. Your name will be forever linked to that channel, as much as Shawn's will. But you were strangely silent throughout it all. When you did choose to enter the fray, it was to attack Jordan Owen, to call him a stalker. You criticised the people who had been the victims of Shawn's actions, the people who could have crucified him but instead chose to sit down with him and his family and help him, who chose to give him a way out of the mess he had created instead of throwing him to the wolves, as so many here on YouTube wanted them to. Where was your gratitude for their mercy towards your friend? Where was your thanks for their forgiveness? I didn't see it. Strange thing, Geerup. We didn't hear you criticising Shawn then. When the whole of YouTube rose up in condemnation of his actions, we didn't hear you calling his actions criminal then. We saw no evidence of you trying to stay his hand and curtail his activities. You could have done. He might have listened to you. You were his friend. But he didn't. How very Christian of you. You wanted him to be a martyr for your cause. Now, 2-3 months later, here you are, locked out of your channel, releasing videos through your friends' channels, begging for help, challenging people like DPRJones, like Thunderf00t, to lay down their lives to help you. You didn't lift a finger to help them. You endorsed Shawn's actions by your inactivity and your silence when your friend was attacking them, and now you ask for their help. When Rosebush was pushing censorship and campaigning like mad, asking for Christians and atheists alike to band together and force YouTube to act, you were silent. I made a video promoting it. It's not very good, but I did my bit. Did you? I didn't see it. Now you are a champion of free speech, now that you are about to be wiped off the web. Free speech for all! Everyone has the right to free speech, but where was my right when you blocked me for amicably disagreeing with you? Where was my free speech when you removed my polite comments from your video comment section? You asked Thunderf00t and DPRJones to rally to your aid. You challenged people like me to raise our voices and cry out in your support. You ask YouTubers like me if we will lay down our lives for freedom of speech. Well, here is my answer. Yes, we will. For our freedom to have our opinions heard, not the nice opinions that everybody agree with, but the dissenting opinions that people disagree with, people like you disagree with. I will lay down my life for those. But I won't lay down my life for you, Geerup. For you, I will be as vocal as you were for DPRJones and Thunderf00t and all the others that got DMCA'd that week. I will criticise those that have DMCA'd you as harshly as you criticise Shawn for his actions. I will put my channel on the line for you as much as you did for DPRJones and Thunderf00t and all the rest. Geerup, if you expect people to stand up for your right to freedom of speech, you have to be prepared to stand up for theirs. Yes, Geerup, I support your right to free speech as much as you support mine.